Thank you for joining us here on the Spyshack podcast, the podcast where super fans get together to talk about the latest episode of Survivor. We're going on live a day late today, but we wanted to still come on and talk about the latest episode because Survivor's one of our favorite, if not the favorite episode of each of the hosts that come on to the podcast. So, yeah, well, welcome, Kim. How are you doing today, Kim?
I am doing good. I can't complain.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah. So, like I said, it's a Friday night. I don't know if anyone else is going to join us, but Mark might join us here a little bit late. But hopefully, if he does, we'll ask for his opinion on what's going on in episode 3 of Survivor 47, Belly of the Beast. And like I said last time, we're just gonna go ahead and just power through. We don't have to go in order of the episode. I think that actually led to better conversation the last time we did that.
I think so.
So yeah, so we have another episode of Survivor. This is probably the most even after 3 episodes that the tribes have been. Even though I think,
especially since last year when we saw like one tribe lose.
Well, the last 2 seasons.
Yes, so this is a little bit more even, where no one's just annihilating everything. Which is better. I still don't like 3 tribes, but this is at least a little bit better.
I'll say it every single time. I prefer them to do 2 instead of 3, but
yep.
I think if we do the 2. I think we're stuck with 3. I think we're stuck with 3. But
we're going to be stuck with 3 forever. Probes thinks this is, his genius plan, and it's
I think because we're stuck at 18, no matter what. We're not going to get 20 anymore ever. If we go to 2, it's because we're going to go 20 people, so that we have even numbers of male female contestants in each tribe. So if we were to go to 9 and 9, then you're going to have
couldn't.
Yeah. So. Unfortunately, I think the 3 tribe teams or 3 times tribe seasons has made it a little bit less interesting throughout the yeah. I think it's starting to get old. I would like for them to do something different this time. One of these seasons, because it's just the same old and.
Yeah, I can say this. I love Survivor. Okay, but it's getting old and dry. Like last season wasn't great. The season of no one using their idols, and this season again, I go back to, it's just Probes and what he thinks is the future of Survivor, and he's always wrong. And I don't think he realizes that, he's wrong. He doesn't listen to the fans. I bet you if he asks the base what we want 2 tribes.
We do want 2 tribes. Now, the good thing is that they have done some listening, right? They've gotten rid of all the crazy, crazy twists that just stay in the game as the weeks go on. Now, the play clock idol, I think we had called for back in season 33 or something like that, where especially after Ghost Island, when that was nothing but not Ghost Island, Game Changers, where there were just so many different advantages and idols all at once, and then it happened with the item.
Is this the one where I got real mad with my girl?
Suri gets eliminated. Went home without
just idols.
Yeah,
that's the only reason she went home.
Idols and advantages, and
advantages. Yep.
So I think they've done some listening, and I think it's a good, because they've gotten rid of some of that, and they've cleaned up this whole beware advantage. I think is perfect. The one idol per tribe is fine, and limiting it to either 1 to 3 tribes. I know there's a chance to go all the way to the merge, but even then it's so much harder to get that one that I'm hoping that they're not gonna actually go for it.
Didn't Gabe get all three and then play
No.
it on day one?
He
Who was the one
he
that
got the 3 days. He only went to 3 days, and then he didn't go
And then he
after
played
the.
it right away, right?
Then he played it right away.
Look at
So
it.
he was actually the only one that went.
Did it, and he played it on day one, and he didn't even need to.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot. I know I shouldn't say it, but I just, you know what, this season also, and I just really feel in the past few seasons, we haven't gotten good gamers, right? We get a lot of people who think they're good.
I'm gonna say it again. I think it's what I said last time. I think it's because people are coming on with
A preconceived notion of how to play.
well, they have a bucket list, right? They have a bucket list of this is what I want to do. Yeah,
Rome ruining the game.
they have a bucket list of what they want to do during the game, and so they have a way that they want to play. But the thing is, every season is different. So no matter how many seasons you've seen, you can seen one season, 2 seasons, all 46 seasons before this one. Each season is different based on the actual people playing
Players, exactly.
Yeah. And that's what the thing is. I think some of these people are not listening or not noticing this.
Would be
just to make it.
Please don't lose your crap on people. You know, try to keep calm and not get so annoyed. Try to keep your poker face. Don't show you're annoyed. It would be those things. Working on the things that I know could trigger people because I can be a certain way. And that's what I would have to be aware of. What things people might be bothered by me personally, right? Because as much as it's a game, if like Rome is really annoying, right? Like,
and the thing is that he doesn't know he's annoying.
He doesn't even know. He thinks he's smarter. They're gonna name it Survivor Rome, all this stuff, and all these bucket lists, and it drives me insane. And he lacks the self-awareness that he annoys people.
So there's 2 people this season that are actually driving me crazy. One is Andy. Andy is upsetting me, not because I necessarily hate him, but the thing is, I feel like he's going to make it far. Well, he's going to make it far.
Oh, yes.
I think he's going to make it far, but by not because he's playing well, but because he's a goat. He's going to be dragged along. Rome is upsetting me because I feel like he's going to make it close to the end, if not to the end, but not because he's playing well, but because he's playing so erratic that people are going to be scared of what he's going to do. You see it. I don't know if you have ever you watch a combat sports or like UFC and all that, or no?
Do I see what?
Like UFC or boxing or?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So every once in a while you'll have, everyone either has their orthodox or the southpaw, right? Yes. Every once in a while you'll have this unorthodox person that comes in like this wacky kind of stance or something like that, and it kind of throws people off. I feel like that's
like Conor McGregor.
Yeah. I think that Rome's erratic play, or like kind of like wild playing.
They don't know what to make of him. They don't know how to handle him.
Tini is like she was scared of him.
Yep. And now that he played his idol, they need to vote him out. They need just to make him feel safe and vote him out. Yep. You can't keep people you can't trust. It's not about you can beat him in the end. That's not the point. The point is you can't trust him. Andy's a moron. Oh, Andy annoys me. Rome annoys me. And going in, I thought, who's the guy on the yellow team? Not Andy, the white guy. Sam. I thought pre-show, by looking at the interviews and stuff, I thought Sam was going to annoy me. Right? Because I think he called himself something like, I'm all of it. Like, he called himself almost like the unicorn.
He kind of...
I'm like,
what's called... He has that aura of, like, douchiness to him.
Yes, but he's not as bad as I thought he was going to be.
I think he's been able to calm down.
Yes. When I saw his, I guess, pre-show interview, I saw that douchiness. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna like this guy, and it's the opposite of what I thought. I like him more than I don't love him, but I don't dislike him. He's not on someone that annoys me that I dislike.
Like I said last time, I think his downfall is going to be Andy. But if he keeps
His
Andy with him, he's going to be
Andy if he keeps it.
He's going to say something to somebody, and he's going to be like, "Oh, he's not with me anymore. I'm going to take him down." Real quick, if you are in the chat, I see a couple of people in the chat room.
Can they write in the chat?
Yeah, write in the chat. Let us know what you all thinking. Let us know how what you think.
Does annoy you as much as he annoys me? The level. I mean, when he was dancing and he doesn't stop making noise. I have ADHD, right? So he probably has that too, because I noticed some of the things.
I think we all have ADHD.
But I couldn't handle that, right? So if he was jumping around and making all that noise, I would have to walk away, because I also have something called misophonia. I can't say it, right? And noises and sounds trigger me.
I thought you were trying to be funny.
No, it's a real thing. And it triggers me, right? Like, I work with this guy that he makes noise all the time. He bangs. And I literally have to, the other day, I said, can you just stop making noise? So that's what Rome is. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He never stops.
I mean, like I said, I think we all, well, at least us here, I think in the podcast, including Mark. Well, I don't know about Mark. I think Mark seems pretty normal, pretty
Mark
put together.
Definitely neurotypical. Okay.
I think he's the most normal of all the people I podcast with.
Because he's always so calm and even and.
But I do have ADHD. I do have anxiety. So like, I can see myself in Andy, but I think I can control myself. I can see myself in being excited like Rome is, but I can control myself. And there is times where I do kind of get carried away and I forget what I'm saying, and I say something that I shouldn't have said, and then I'm like,
that would be another thing for me is as someone with ADHD, we're oversharers. Mm-hmm. Right? We sometimes don't know, and that's where the things would hurt me on this show would be my ADHD, my oversharing, right? My lack of, I don't have a poker face, all that stuff. I wear my emotions right on my face. You'll know right looking at me that you annoyed me, right? And I'll probably tell you, because I don't know how to keep that. You see how opinionated I am?
That's the thing with me, is I feel like I can hold in. I can hold in. If you're annoying me, I can actually hold it in. If you truly know me, then you know when I'm annoyed by somebody. But if I can hold that in. I can actually mislead people if I needed to for a game. But
100%. I'd vote you out. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
I don't mean it negatively. I mean, I wouldn't go in there saying I can't wait to cut you, but to win the money, I would do what I had to do. And I'm not saying they wouldn't without
hard feelings.
It would be hard. I'd be like, this is my friend, but then why did I go on the show? I didn't go on the show to give you $1 million.
We'll wrap it up here for whoever is listening, and then we'll go back into the episode. But what I feel like is going to be like Jesse and oh my God, what was his name? His best friend.
I like Jesse. I'd like him to come back. You know what? I totally.
What was the name of his friend? The one that he ended up.
I don't remember. We need Mark. Mark would know. Does anybody in the chat know who it was? I won't remember even if...
Cody.
Who?
Cody.
Which one did he look like? I can remember Jesse.
To me, he looked like Hugh Jackman in
I gotta look him up.
In Chappie.
I gotta look him up because I don't remember him 100%.
Look up.
I remember Jesse though, because Jesse was good and I was upset when he lost. Yeah. Because he was such a good... Oh, yes, I remember. I liked Cody, too. Yes. Yeah.
Did you look up Hugh Jackman in Chappie?
No, I'm going to now. Yes, I remember Cody. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, look.
I'd like to see them both.
Yeah, yeah. Look, type in
What
Hugh
movie
Jackman
again? Hugh Jackman
Chappie
and what?
Chappie.
Okay, I'm looking up in that.
Look, I'll share on my
Oh
screen
my
here.
God, 100%. Wow. If you didn't look it up because yes, it does. Oh my
There it is.
goodness. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So
Holy, yes.
if you,
I never saw this movie, so I didn't know what it was.
yeah,
Yes. Yes, he does. I think that might have been one of our last good casting seasons. Might have been that year, 43. I don't think it's been good in 2 years. Right? It wasn't good last
he doesn't look exactly like him, but I just say because he has got the hair, he's got the facial hair and all that, and the shirt.
I definitely see the resemblance. It's the hair. It's the hair and the facial hair, definitely, and only that character. That's crazy. That's wild.
So let's actually talk about and bring my notes back up here. Let's bring back my.
I'm glad you took
Thank you.
notes. Your ADHD is better than mine.
Well, what happens is that I actually write down my notes, and I've started putting it in like, hey, can you help me ask this question so it actually makes sense?
Is Tabitha good at stuff like that?
Yeah, well, the thing is with me, I think way too ahead of what I'm speaking.
Yes,
So
ADHD,
I'm thinking faster than I'm talking, and I get going in circles. So I do this.
Yes. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever done this? And to anybody in the chat, it's real quick. When you write a word, you're thinking it and you're spelling it in your head so fast that you write the word and you skip an entire letter.
Yep.
Have you ever done that?
Yep.
Like you're right. I can skip a
So now I actually go in and I say, hey, can you help me? I have Grammarly and all that too as well.
Oh, I need it. Oh, forget it.
Well, let's talk about the episode here because I think
Yes.
we went off track here for a bit, but it's okay. I can always edit this later on after the live stream. Let's talk about our girl Asia.
I'm so upset.
We all thought she was going to get far.
I'm telling you this. As soon as I saw her question
Yep.
about voting him out, I knew she was doomed. I said, why? It's too early to gun to save somebody, especially when Rome had the veto, not the veto, the immunity.
Mm-hmm.
You knew he had it, or you knew he had it. You knew there was no one else that could go home. Didn't have any numbers.
I think Asia was okay to question it, but as soon as she was told no, it's still going to be Seoul, that she should have just left it alone. And I think she would still be on there. Now, I think I've heard some of her after the post exit interviews, and I think she's still upset at Rome and all this. And I mean, I get it. I think she is part of the reason that he's out. But the thing is, I think as soon as they said no, it's gonna be Seoul, she should have just dropped it and said, fine, I'm gonna vote Seoul. I get wanting to keep a person that you can work with beside you, but at that moment in time, you have to look at what's going on, and really truly figure out that I'm in the minority of this. I get that she understood,
and I get what it is that you look at someone like Rome and you can't even believe he's playing the game, right? And then you're like, how is this man gonna go boy or whatever gonna go further than me? When he acts like a child, right? And it just makes you probably angry. And she didn't want to see that. Like she couldn't believe that Rome was going to get his way.
I think she miscalculated the closeness of Jeannie and Kirshan with her. For sure, Soul was with her 100%. But I think she misunderstood it.
I still think that if I were Kirshan or Jeannie, I would have used Rome a whole lot. And I would have had them use that idol on me, and I would have voted him out.
I actually thought they threw the
And that's
challenge.
what they should have done. He's a liability. He has a steal a vote. How you're keeping him, because just make him feel like he's doing everything. Let him feel like this, and please, I need you to protect me. Please, they're gonna vote me out, right? I need you to protect me, and then let him believe it. No one tell him directly she's going home, so he needs to believe that he's coming up with this huge safety. Like, I'm gonna make another bucket list, and I'm gonna save her. That's what they should have done. Now he has a steal a vote. So basically, he's not going to go home next week unless you all vote him out.
Yeah, but I think
Idiots.
Genie is so much closer to Rome than we've actually seen. Because he was actually, I think he was contemplating even using the idol on her. So I think she is a lot closer to him than we've actually seen. And I think from unless we are missing something, unless we're missing something that they have not shown us on the episode, right? I think Teeny and Krishan are working way much more closer to Rome than we actually think.
Probably.
Um,
Sorry.
okay.
Yes.
We're gonna mute you for a little bit.
Mute me. Am I muted?
No, I can't get it off. I'm still getting used to these controls. Here we go. No.
Am I here?
Oh, yep.
I was super disappointed that she went. I wanted her to go further. Why do I feel like there was an event at camp that? Oh, they went for the three of them went and did the.
Oh yeah, the what's it called? What do they call it? The oh my god, I forgot what it's called now.
I don't know either. That's why I need you to say it. They went on that challenge to go get the advantage, and then
I'm calling it the walk for now. I know there's a different word, but
no, it's not that.
the
And they
long
went
walk.
down the paths, 3 separate paths, and they all went to this bag, and it said some. What did it say? You probably have it.
You have to pull one of the 3 gifts or boxes out. I say gifts, but little boxes that they had in there. One of them was gonna say you get an advantage. The other 2 were gonna be lose the vote. And,
Right, and
for well, let's talk. We talked with Asia, right? Yeah, it was Asia,
I
right?
think my dog is going. Not even my dog. A dog I'm babysitting.
Go ahead and go ahead. You can go ahead and mute it and you can go take care of
Can
it.
you? Let me just see real quick. Is the mic at the bottom? How? No, that's not where I mute.
Yeah, just hit
How
the
do
mic.
I mute? Oh, just hit the mic.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay, while Kim is taking care of that, we are just gonna take a look at something real quick so I can make sure we are looking at the right thing. So yeah, so the summit was Kyle, Annika, and who was also out there in Rome. So yeah, Rome is the one that got lucky. He got his advantage, but unfortunately, that's that. Let me look at something because I have the wrong player. Let me make sure on that. Okay, so in the end, it was Kyle, it was Annika, and it was Rome who went to the summit. Since the new era of Survivor, and this particular session had they all had to actually play together, or not play together, but each of them had to play the game, which I actually like way better than the other times where you actually you can choose whether you wanted to play or not. Everyone has to play. You're either going to lose a vote or you're going to be able to get an advantage. The downside being that you have two options or two ways to lose your vote. We saw Kyle lose his vote and went ahead and just allowed his vote to be lost for one tribal, where we saw Annika do the same. I actually thought that Kyle, being on the bottom of his tribe, would have actually gone risked it, losing two votes for the to gain an advantage. Seeing how down and or where he's at on his tribe, I would have actually thought he would have risked it, and I thought he would have tried to get that advantage despite possibly losing his vote for two tribals. If you're listening to us live right now, go ahead and let us know what you think. Would you have risked your vote for two tribal councils if you're in the bottom of your tribe, just like the way Kyle was? Unfortunately, Rome, we've already made pretty obvious that we're not big fans of Rome. I know people do like Rome, and we're not some of them. We're not one of those people. He did get his advantage, and now he has the steal a vote along with the idol that we saw him play at the end of this episode. So yeah, unfortunately, now he's got even more power that I think we saw him wield against our other favorite player, which was Asia. I want to go ahead and talk about the Gata tribe. The Gata tribe is still, as even though they've only lost one immunity and they've lost, it took a while for them to get their flint. Even with Andy, welcome back.
Thank you.
I talked about the summit already. I talked about how Kyle and Annika lost their.
That's what it was called. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't look at my notes.
Don't give up all the news, but it doesn't matter. They got their answer.
Yeah. I was talking about the Gata tribe with how Andy, being the mess that he is right now, and like I said, I'm not trying to pile on the poor guy, because I feel like I would have that same anxiety.
He's not a bad person.
No.
At all. I
just think that he needs to chill. I think he needs to chill a little bit. He
needs to calm down.
And I know it's easier to say, "Hey, chill," than it is to just be out there. Especially when you're out there, I might react the same way. I don't know.
Without food, lack of water, tired. I can't imagine what it does to the body and the mind.
What upsets me about Andy is I feel like he has a good basis on how to play the game. Mm-hmm. I think he's got a good skeleton on how he should play the game, but his actual playing has been not so great because of his anxiety and because he's overthinking and stuff. If he's actually able to pull it together, I don't know, maybe he can make it and actually win the game if he can put it together. The not live on the edge of his seat with anxiety or overthinking it, and because like I said, he's said things that actually make sense. He's said things that
he has 100% when he,
and that's what's upsetting me.
Professionals,
yeah,
he's made sense, and I'm like, where is this guy playing the game? Because he has a really difficult job, if I'm not mistaken. Like Andy is a smart person.
Was he like an analyst or something like that?
He does. Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this game isn't easy, but he is just really bad at it.
Yeah, and like I said, he's got that basis, and that's the thing that really upsets me about how he's playing is I feel like he could be good, but he's playing bad. Whereas with Rome, he's technically playing okay, but he's playing erratically. Where I don't think he actually means to play okay good. He's just in control because of how erratic he's playing.
Yes.
Did we see any type of fight happen over Agata? I feel like there was a scene that was saying
yes. There was
next time on Survivor, right?
Between Sam and that girl when
Annika.
they were doing the Annika with the laundry.
Yeah,
remember?
But I feel like
there was some tension there because they were talking about how to cut the rope.
They're on each other's nerves.
And then yes, and then Rome. You must have talked about it, I guess, when Rome said that Sam and that girl
Sierra
were a couple,
mm-hmm.
and then they got super upset about it. They're like, "No, we're not. We're both engaged to other people."
I could have sworn, and maybe I just remembering this. On the next time of Survivor, after the second episode, I could have sworn there was like a big blowout with Sam and Sierra or Sam and Annika. I do remember that there was a fight or disagreement with Annika and Sam, but I feel like there was a bigger fight in the next time on Survivor part that I thought that maybe Andy threw Sam under the bus and was teaming up with the girls.
I missed that. Now I don't remember.
I might have just misremembered the way that it was, and maybe it was just a lot more of what Annika and Sam were going through. But
I like Annika, I do. Oh, and if you can, please send me the thing for the what's it called? When you
the fantasy.
The fantasy, yes.
I forgot to take choices. I forgot my.
You did either? Okay, because
yeah.
I didn't. I'm like, it was right as Survivor started. I'm like, oh my god, I never saw the link. I didn't pick anybody.
Yep.
Right, and it was I think when Sam and Annika were having that conversation by the laundry, that's when I said, "Oh no."
So yeah. So now let's talk Tuku for a moment here. Without TK, Kyle, and Tiana are clearly in the bottom. This is where I was saying that Tiana made a big mistake in voting out TK. She voted with her emotions, like she said she didn't want to, and now TK's gone. Up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No. Now I do. Yes.
You can hear me?
But you're not moving. Yes, but you're not moving. If that makes sense, you're like frozen.
Okay, let's hopefully we can go through.
There you are. You're good. You're good now.
Okay, so yeah, Tiana voted out TK in the last episode, and like I said then, yes. I feel that it was a big mistake.
It too.
And it was a big, I said it. I said it last week. It's a big mistake. Now you're in the bottom of a 4% alliance instead of possibly being on top, with the top 3. And I get that that TK really upset her, but I think she played with her emotion.
Yeah, he behaved. Listen, he was rude. He was obnoxious. He was. But you gotta let it go. I'm gonna cough. Hold on. There's something in my throat.
So yeah, push the mute.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, I learned how to. I'm still getting used to this, so let me know, and I can push the mute here and just I can.
Yeah, because I try to look and then I don't see it.
Yeah, sorry about that. She did question it, and you just gotta think about the numbers, right? When you're especially in a 6-person tribe, and now she sees that Sue and Caroline are gonna be a lot closer than she initially thought, and Gabe is there. Gabe is actually the one that put them together, but I think if Sue and Caroline are the ones working together and Gabe is just with them, they can turn the power around quickly. But right now, as when we saw Kyle trying to talk to them, they are not open for a discussion. They don't want to hear I guess the negativity that's going on on the beach. But and to Kyle's what's it called?
Kyle's playing pretty good.
He noticed that.
I know you spoke about it, but he was really good at what was it called again? The three of them went.
Oh, the summit.
He was really good at the summit. How he took in all that information and gave nothing. All he said was, "We voted TKO." He gave them nothing.
Yeah, and
so he's playing good.
What I had said while you had stepped away is, would you have played again and possibly lost your vote a second time, knowing that you're in the bottom? Again. I would have played it again.
I would have played again because I would have figured they're gonna vote me out next time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
My vote doesn't really make that much of difference when you're in the bottom. I would have 100% played again.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I said I would have played again, because if not, you're in trouble already. You're probably gonna go home either way. Try to get the advantage. But like I said, he saw that Sue was not having it. He saw that she did not want to talk about about anything that was going on. So he let it go, and someone else might have just pushed it, and then they would have been even further in the deep. And I think him leaning back or not pressing it might have actually pushed Tiana down to the bottom instead of him.
Agree.
And like I said, and guys, if you are in the chat, let us know what you think of what's going on this season of Survivor, because we really want to know what you all think. Other than that, I don't really remember much happening with them. Other than that, hopefully Kyle can survive this tribe, and hopefully he can make it far, because I really like him.
I need some good players to make it far, because I don't need them voted out in the beginning and have Roman Andy like in final 2, because I'd probably wouldn't even watch. I'd be so mad. I get mad. I just need to know. Someone write in the chat. I need to know. Is it just me? Do you ever mute the TV, change it real quick when you're mad? You're like, I get mad. I'll be like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't watch this vote. It causes me anxiety. Oh my, so holy crap!
I think what's going on here in Survivor this season is kind of what's going on with the challenge, where and even last season, right? It's going on with the challenge right now in season 40, where all the big names are being put up to elimination right off the bat. And some of the big names that we want to see, there's still some names that we know of that are still there, but some of the big names that we really wanted to see throughout the season are out now.
Who's gone out? I'm not watching the challenge.
CT's out.
CT is out.
Yeah, CT is out. He went out 2 episodes ago. Was it? Yeah, 2 episodes ago.
How old is CT now?
I'm not sure, but he is one of the original era of players.
That's what I'm saying. Him, he is Johnny Bananas.
Right? Johnny is the second era.
CT was on like Road Rules, right?
I actually do not know. I'm new to the.
I watched Real World and I watched the first few seasons of Road Rules.
Yeah, so I'm new to the challenge, and what's going on is my sister-in-law and I do the challenge podcast, and we have, even though we're still doing the podcast, we're like, man, there's something deflating about what's going on right now. And I think that has happened the last season with all the power moves that or power players that we think that would have normally made it far in old school Survivor are now being targeted so fast and being blindsided with the idols and the idols are actually making it where some of the people that we normally would not want to see go as far make it further, right? But the thing is,
look, with Rome.
I know Rome has his fans. So if you are a fan of his, sorry. No, we're not fans of him, but
It's
I
it's
know that
just
he's
a
probably a good
game.
guy.
Yep, and just a game player. I don't know him personally. He's not mean. He's a nice person. He's just a lot to take in.
Yeah.
That's all I say. Nothing mean, just not my cup of
Over
tea. Not someone who I want to be stranded on an island with.
Overall, let's try to go over one thing out of each tribe, and see if we can try to predict what's gonna happen. With Asia being gone, do you think Rome can continue control, or do you think someone else is gonna solidify a power move here the next
Oh, he
couple
doesn't have
episodes?
veto anymore. He's gone.
Well, immunity,
He does have the Steeler vote.
immunity,
So,
but
that's why do I keep on calling it veto?
because of
Thank
Big
you for
Brother.
correcting me. I know. He doesn't have immunity anymore. So maybe, but he does have that Steeler vote.
But no one knows of it.
He told Jeannie.
Yeah, but she's not gonna tell Teeny and Keyshawn. Did he tell Teeny?
No,
He told Jeannie, right?
he told Jeannie, but
Yeah.
didn't Jeannie tell Teeny, or did she not?
I don't remember. I don't think so. But if she, I think oh yeah, she did. She did. Because then that's the reason why Teeny says that she actually voted the way she voted, because she's scared of what Rome can do. Without that, I don't know. I'm hoping that they're not gonna play scared. I'm hoping that they can actually
Make him
come
feel
together.
safe and vote him out. Get him off my TV, please.
But yeah, hopefully, my favorite two players are in Lavo are Teeny and Keyshawn. Keyshawn, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced some of these players. I have a really bad time pronouncing some of these names, so I am so sorry. Let's talk about Lavo. Maybe we can think about what's going to happen in the future with them. Wait, we did Lavo. I'm thinking Gata. Gata, do you think Sierra and Sam are able to keep moving forward with their power lines? I mean, everyone sees that it's power lines. I'm not just saying it's a power lines. I think they are.
Well, I guess so, since they were accused of being in a
Yeah,
relationship.
if other tribe members or other tribes think there are power lines, then there are power lines.
I want to know what could have happened. I mean, they barely see the other tribes. They only see the other tribes at challenges, right?
Yes, I think
So-
they're together a lot more longer than what we think. I think they're there for hours and hours together, on the beach. So they have to see when they're talking,
Maybe,
when they break
just
apart from each
for them
other.
to draw that they're a couple is odd, because I don't wait. I don't think that we've heard that before, have we? When they weren't a couple.
I think we've seen some where people thought people were working together. But in this particular case, they are working together, but just they're not an actual couple. And from what we've seen and from podcasts that I've listened to, Jeff has opened up on allowing us to see a little bit more of, I guess, what other parts. How, I don't know if you noticed this, but in this particular season of Survivor, we've seen them talk about other seasons.
Yes.
And well, even like last season, right? They were talking about, oh, I like this and this that. He heard about, I forgot who it was. He heard one of the players saying that he remembers how this and this played, and he wants to keep that in mind because of this and that. And he's like, you know what? Maybe we should allow people to see when this comes up, and we've seen it quite a bit here in this season. How every player, or not every player, but every other player talks about how they want to play based on this and that. We see Rome talking about wanting to be like Boston Rob, which I don't think he's even close to him, but whatever.
No,
That's up to him to say. We're the audience. We can decide how we want to see him. But I said all that, and like I said before, because I didn't write this down and ask this to help me narrow down what I was going to say. But I think people are seeing them like talk to each other during these setups or when they're waiting for the challenges, and because of that, they have that perception that they might be either dating or they might be hooking up or whatever. From what I understand, nothing's happening, but they are working together. So they are giving something off. Like I said, I said all that to come around to that, and I don't even think it connected.
But no, I agree.
So I'm hoping that they actually can work together. I do like both of them. I like both Sierra and Sam. It's gonna be whether Andy blows them up or not.
Say that again.
I think Sam and Sierra can work together for the full
I think
for the
they
game.
can too. I think that they'll pull it together for the
It's
game.
whether Andy blows them up or not.
Yeah, and I think that Sam feels comfortable with Andy, and I just think that Andy's just you just can't handle the game.
Like I said, maybe he might fool us or surprise us is what I should say. He might surprise us, and he might pull it together, and we might be seeing the reason why we're seeing him break down so much is because he pulls it together at the very end, and he ends up being a strong winner. I doubt it.
Right, he's getting
but you never know. He is getting a lot of screen time for a reason. Yeah. I don't know. He's either gonna make it far and burn out, or he's gonna make it far, and we're gonna be surprised. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's getting a lot of screen time. So is Rome though, and that's not.
I think we're seeing a lot of Rome because he's gonna have a downfall. I really do think so. The Rome is gonna fall.
I can't wait.
Okay. Do you have any last things you want to talk about before we end this week's discussion? We are sorry it was a little erratic this week.
No, just I hope Rome goes home. No offense, he's probably a great person. I don't doubt it. He probably brings joy to people's lives. Not saying he doesn't. Just don't want him on my TV no more. And I hope he gets voted out.
Same. Like I said, we know people like him. We don't like him. We hope to see him go home so that one of our favorites can actually stay and go further.
That's it.
We're scared of his erratic play at this moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and leave it there. We'll be back next week at the regular time. We're also going to be recording the challenge discussion tomorrow morning, early in the morning. We just had some stuff come up and we were unable to record last night, so we're going to be breaking that up and releasing that tomorrow morning.
Oh, guys, maybe next week I will show my Halloween decorations outside just real quick.
That'd be awesome.
Just real quick.
Once again, and I'm gonna say it because I do say guys. I don't mean it in any way. I don't. I think I do. I mean it in the way that Probst used to say before. Yeah. I mean I don't mean it in any particular way.
I call people, all people, dude.
Yeah, it's not meant to.
Male and female, I call dude.
I don't mean to. If I say it, I don't mean to.
Yeah, it's people.
Yeah. So yeah. So we'll see you all next time. Absolutely. Here on the Spyshack podcast, and hopefully Mark will be with us next week to talk about that. I am gonna be inviting a couple of my friends from that previous people that have been on the podcast to come and join us, and hopefully we can be so hopefully we can have a little bit more of a round table and talk about the episode 4 of Survivor 47.